predicted variable. Now in case of statistics, how you see, okay, for example, role of Glyceria glabra in reducing cholesterol level. So this Glyceria glabra is an independent variable. जब इस पे आप कोई भी चेंज इन्फोर्स करते हैं तो इस पे रिफ्लेक्शन आता है, इसकी वजह से इस पे कोई भी रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं आएगा. So this is known as your independent variable, where you make a manipulation and the reflection comes on the variable. The reflection which comes on the variable is known as the dependent variable. So by word कि मैं कह दूंगा Glyceria glabra is an independent variable, a cholesterol level is a dependent variable. This is not always true. This shall depend upon the hypothesis कि कौन सा वेरिएबल इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा और कौन सा डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा. ये आपकी हाइपोथेसिस पे डिपेंड करेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, क्योंकि बाई की आपने बोल दिया कि ये वाली वेरिएबल्स डिपेंडेंट है, ये वाली इंडिपेंडेंट है, इससे काम नहीं बनेगा. कि आपका टॉपिक कैसा है, हाउ इज योर टॉपिक एंड व्हाट इज योर हाइपोथेसिस, दिस विल डिसाइड वेदर योर वेरिएबल इज डिपेंडेंट और इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. फॉर एग्जांपल, नेचुरल diet increases walking, and walking leads to happiness. So you have walking here also and you have walking here also. So if I say natural diet here will be your independent variable and walking here will be your dependent variable, whereas the walking here shall be your independent variable and happiness shall be your dependent variable. So the one which brings the effect on the different value is known as your independent, and the variable on which the effect is reflected is known as your dependent variable, and this depends upon the hypothesis. Now once you have to plot, you can plot this on the x and y axis. So the most of the independent variable are always plotted on the x axis, whereas the dependent variables are plotted on the y axis. Okay. Now the second important variable which comes across is your research variable. Research variables are those variables, for example, in a qualitative study, in the natural circumstances, you do not manipulate a variable. You are not manipulating a variable. That means you do not make a dependent and independent variable. You do not manipulate here. You do not talk about cause and effect. You do not talk about cause and effect. In that circumstances, it is known as your research variable. For example, if I talk about sleep pattern in different ICU setting, that means how many hours a person is sleeping, whether he is sleeping better or not. I'm not talking ki if I am putting some medication or not. I'm just talking about the sleep pattern. So I'm not manipulating. I'm just wanting to see how the sleep pattern is in different settings of ICU. So this sleep pattern shall become my research variable. Now, the third variable we talk about is the demographic variables. Now, what are the demographic variables? What are demographic variables? Demographic variables are the characteristic and attribute of a population. Characteristic and attribute of your population setting, they are known as your demographic variables. And when I say characteristic and attribute, Basically I will talk about the sample when I'm studying sample. Sample and population I've already talked of, so I'm not talking here. For example, if I talk about the low socioeconomic status, if I talk about the habitat, if I talk about the marital status, if I talk about the medical diagnosis, whatever it may be. देखिए एक नया चीज आया यहाँ पे, this is medical diagnosis. Otherwise, the marital status in age and everything, this will all come under where? Demography. The characteristic and attribute of the sample, whatever you call it age. When you make this way, these are known as your demographic variables. What are extraneous variables? You already have two variables, one variable and two variable. One is causing the effect on the second variable. There are certain circumstances where you have another factor where you are not studying. You are talking about the independent and the dependent variable, whereas there is third other factor which in putting an influence on these two factors. So this third factor is known as your extraneous variable. For example, if I talk about if I take an orthopedic setting in a hospital, if I talk about nail technique procedures at two different points. Okay, so nail setting technique at two different points. There will be one point where you will have more infection, and there will be one point where you do not have any infection at all. So I was talking about putting the nail at different points where it will not cause infection. So the orthopedic surgeon keep an eye where they have to put the nail while doing the surgery. But this infection which I was talking about is not only governed by the site, it also depends upon the subject also. How his hemoglobin level is and how his characteristics are. So when I was not talking about this hemoglobin level, I was just talking about different places and in respect to infection. And I was not talking about how the body characteristic of the subject was. So this body characteristic of the subject making an influence at the site of infection or not getting the infection. This third variable is known as your extraneous variable. Now we already had talked about the qualitative and quantitative variables, so I'm not talking